Okay, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for all the feedback I've received for showing pictures of the engine. Sorry I haven't shown how I've rebuilt it or anything else, but it's the first time I've done a video and it's the first time I've actually got feedback in such a way that I already have. Okay, it's a 200 TDI. I've taken a 19J out of my Land Rover 90 series and converting it to obviously a 200 TDI much quicker, as we can run faster than the 19J, sadly. Still a bulletproof engine, but I just need that extra power. Okay, first thing, I've completely rebuilt the engine, re-ringed it, rehomed it, or reglazed it, whatever way. New gouging pins, new gouging pin bushes, new shells, new thrust bearings, new oil pump gears, which is supplied from Turner Engineering, and completely clean this engine inside and out. Make no mistake on that. And also make sure when you're doing stuff like this, make sure all your oilways are clean, and especially the jets that sit below your piston liners. It is so important that they are clean. Sorry I haven't shown the videos of what I've done, but not to worry. I'm sure we're all familiar with these engines, but for the people who are not too sure or a bit scared to touch these engines, don't. This is such an easy engine to rebuild. I've built quite many, but this is probably one of the easiest. You just got to know your tolerances. Make sure you've got a proper manual, or if not, use the internet, as Land Rovers are very loyal to each other. We all bleed Land Rovers, as we do. Okay, what I've done, I've used the 19J plate. You don't have to use this plate because you can, first of all, you've got a ladder frame under here. So this is important. Whatever you do, this should be bolted to this ladder frame. There is many people who are not doing it, but that's down to them. But I would advise anyone that's doing this sort of conversion, make sure you buy the kit from Steve Parker's, or you might be into engineering, you might be able to do it yourself. But it was just easy for me to pay 42 quid, just get the kit. I'm very tooled up, I can assure you. But it was just easy for me, so I didn't mess around too much. Just buy the kit, drill the holes, make sure you get them in the correct place so it lines up with your ladder frame. So there you go, quite cheap. But you can use the original Discovery box buy. Obviously you can put more of these in, change these and drill through, but I've chose to go this way. So important to put these in. So important. Many people have not done it, but what they don't realise is this, when you pressurise your clutch plate here, it pulls back. So when this is all under heat and everything else, it will distort this frame, cause oil leaks under your seal, which is behind your flywheel, and also the bolts can actually snap at the back here, and that cover can just rip away. Don't underestimate what pressure's on this, trust me. So do it right and you won't have a problem. And I've done that. So so important, but what you do is what you do. Okay, always work clean apart from workshop, bit of a mess. Right, I've just before I put the gasket on, I made sure I blew all the air-lined, all the head down, make sure it's all clean inside, there's no nuts and bolts sitting inside the piston before you put the gasket on and before you put the head on. Okay, so important that you clean the face of your block and also the underneath of your head. I use thinners, which will make sure it's clean, and just blew it off. Put the gasket on, make sure you got it on the correct way. There's an up and there's an upside way. But anyway, I've already torqued it down to 40 Newton meters, and good quality torque wrench. Now, little tips here. Some people might have their own ways, but this is the way I do it. When you normally get a gasket, you normally get this, which tells you, or it'll tell you in your manual. Okay, I've put lines across it, so that way it tells me where I am. I've also numbered them up, as you can see. And the reason why I've numbered them up, in case the wife walks in with a bacon sandwich. So it's going to throw me straight off, and then as I'm in the middle of talking down, I'm going to think, blimey, I forgot which bolt I'm on. So important, number them off. And also use a degrees, which will tell you when it comes down to shortening down the next sequences. And use a breaker bar, a good quality one, and just do in sequence. Once you've done that, then you do it again. This is the sequence, which is 40 Newton meters first of all. That's all them bolts across there. Then 60 degrees and 60 degrees. Now that's why I've numbered it up, because you know, if you get disturbed in the middle of that job and you can't remember, blimey, which one, and there's quite a lot of them, it is quite easy. My brain's like far away in heaven, so I do forget things, so I always number things up just to make sure that if I'm disturbed, I just quickly tick down, right, that's the last number I was on, so I can walk away and come back and go, right, that's where I was. Such a simple thing. So it's important to have one of those. You can make your own ones up, but fortunately enough, I've got that. Okay, right, just some little tips there. I appreciate all your feedback. Very pleased with that. It's the first time I've done a video, so excuse if I've made any mishaps there. But I just want the job done right. So there we go. I've put a new clutch on now, complete kit. Why it's that, save me messing about. And like I said, when you're doing something like this, make sure it's clean. Very important, especially always, because that's why engines really mess up, really, because of all build up, and it dries, it sticks to everything, and it starts, you know, bits and pieces. But anyway, you know what I mean. So important, make sure it's all clean. Okay, thank you.